Hello and welcome to Colourful Board in the post-truth apocalypse. This week we bring you a bonus episode in the form of a hopefully dignified and respectful but slightly funny Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan tribute episode. I'm the Prince of Darkness, Ben. I'm joined by Gaz, the immortal Gaz.
Hello, brother.
Going off the rails on a crazy train is Mike.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, I think the thing is, these are our generation now, isn't it? We're 42, and these are the guys we grew up with. Hogan was my first childhood hero, probably, and I got into wrestling. And Gaz, you're the Hulkamaniac, kept it going. You are one of the diehards.
You know, there was a lot of talk this week of my childhood hero, and I was thinking, well, he's been my lifehood hero, not just childhood. I kept the flame alive, even in the dark days, even in the reality TV days, you know.
Oh wow, I forgot he'd done that.
And then that show was cursed, because then after that, you know, his son crashed the car and killed his best friend, and his wife left him for an 18-year-old, and he lost his fortune. But he got it all back, and he found God, so he would have been happy at the end. We're going to do Ozzy first, weren't we?
We're going to go do Ozzy. So let's get into it then. Ozzy Osbourne.
From a fairly local...
Yeah.
Legend.
From the Black Country.
Yeah, local lad. Birmingham does a lot to remember Ozzy and Sabbath, don't they?
We should just maybe explain, any American listeners, why I just said the Black Country.
Oh yeah. You probably should, yeah.
It was called that because it was such a heavily industrial area, and it was literally filthy and a heavy smog.
Coal dust everywhere.
It hung in the air, and it was a very industrial...
Deprived as well.
Yeah, very, very, which is why, I don't know if there's truth to this or not, but people think that's why heavy metal came from that part of the world, is because you could literally, apparently, if you lay in bed at night, you could hear presses and stuff just going bang, boom, like there was just the sound of machinery and industry everywhere, like, and somehow that translated to everyone like fucking making really heavy, like.
Well, these were one of the first, weren't they?
Well, they might have been the first, weren't they? Them and Deep Purple, some people say.
Yeah, I think you've got to sing
with
Sabbath.
With the heavy... But in terms of... I think they invented sort of heavy metal, didn't they?
Yeah, I
mean... Who's the band that sang Bread Fan?
Bread Fan?
Yeah, the one that Metallica covered. I forget what they're called. They're Welsh rockers. They were one of the first, I think.
Yeah, but they never... Did they make it?
They made it fairly... No, they weren't massive like Sabbath.
No, Sabbath, are they? That's the thing. It's...
No, but I'm trying to say the pioneers.
I think someone told me the first, like... I think the Kinks were the first people to play with distorted guitars, but that doesn't, on its own, make it heavy metal.
No. The Kinks are very different to Black Sabbath.
Yeah, they were trying to make scary music, weren't they?
Yeah, my dad saw the Kinks in the Majestic Ballroom in Wellington in 1966.
This Wellington.
Fair play. They hadn't made it big yet.
Yeah.
So they were doing the ballroom scene.
No way.
Budgie, the band were called.
Never heard of it.
Started in '67.
Well, no wonder they didn't make it big with a name like that.
No.
And now, Budgie!
Oh no, Black Sabbath.
Yeah, Black. So yeah, it's a very scary sounding name.
It is. And they give it legitimate thought about that. You know, they were like, we want to. They had a very distinctive look. It was all in black with them big crosses, which they had their own little story, didn't they? Like they'd been cursed by a witch, and this other witch had told them to wear these crosses to keep away the evil. Ozzy presumably didn't keep away his on all the time.
Yeah. Well,
he got up to shenanigans.
He certainly did. That first album is absolutely... Is it their first album?
Paranoid.
That's the second album, Paranoid.
Oh, right, okay.
Is that the one with War Pigs and everything on
Yeah.
it? Yeah, that's the one I listened to over and over. That's their second one, is it? Yeah. Fucking hell, what an album.
That is a great album.
Yeah, War Pigs is next level.
Yeah, rhyming masses with masses.
The audacity.
The audacity of it.
It works, because you know it means just two different meanings.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't work if you're like, the bear bared his ass at me, you know. Anyway, it works.
I'm not denying it doesn't work. I'm just singing rhyming masses with masses.
Yeah, the folly of youth.
Every time I listen to that song, I'm like, oh, well done for rhyming masses with masses. Back into it. I'm out for a second, then I'm back in. No, but he reinvented himself, Ozzy, in a way, because once the music had gone a bit, because I've seen Sabbath's final gig twice.
Well, yeah, they've had
numerous final
farewell
gigs.
tours, many times.
Numerous farewell tours.
Yeah.
When I saw Ozzy about 5 years ago now, at Download, and he was still jumping around like a fucking idiot on stage. Yeah. We had to go off and dunk his head in some water for a bit to cool down. And then but you had like a 10-minute guitar solo. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I think it might have been during Crazy Train or something. It went on for like fucking 8 minutes.
Yeah,
that song.
play.
And it was just mental. But when
well, he was a nutter, wasn't he?
Yeah, but then
he was, yeah.
For a while, the music went away, and yet they did the Osbournes, didn't they, in the early 2000s? Yeah. And that was massive. I never watched it.
I did.
I don't like reality TV.
No.
Well, no, but it was Ozzy.
It was really funny. Yeah. He was just chaotic, man. Yeah. Apparently, he was abusing alcohol through most of the film.
Yeah, probably. And my dad loved it, weirdly. And he doesn't even like Black Sabbath. But he loved Ozzy Osbourne.
My mum loved it.
Yeah. One of my favourite clips was like, I don't know who the guy was, like some manager, some member of staff, they're in the kitchen and they're microwaving something, and the guy starts explaining to him why you have to leave it to stand for a minute because the molecules are still moving. And Ozzy's like, I want some fucking breakfast, not a fucking science lesson. What a legend. My favourite story about him was, who's the guy from Yes with Rick Wakeman, is it? Rick Wakeman, the long-haired fella?
The keyboard player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know you
He was on, like, one of them panel shows, Have I Got News For You, I think it was, something like that. And he told a story about Ozzy. Basically, Sharon was so concerned with his drinking, like, they were staying in a hotel, and she would take all his clothes with her.
Yeah.
When she left, thinking, and his shoes, thinking that would stop him.
Nope.
And then every time she got back, he's pissed. And she broke down and asked him, she said, look, I'm not angry with you. I just want to know, how the fuck are you managing this? Because I've been down and asked, and they're not, you're not having anything from the hotel staff because they've been told not to give you alcohol. How are you doing this? And he's like, I've been putting your dresses on and going to the transvestite bar.
I've heard a similar one of them where he put on a dress and a Nazi helmet and sort of goose stepped down to the fucking off licence.
Oh, fucking hell.
But he tried to kill Sharon as well.
Yeah.
And then he realised that things had gone too far.
Yeah. He told a story on the Frank Skinner show that, you know, the Alamo, obviously, sacred to Americans, isn't it?
Texans in particular.
Well, Ozzy was urinating against it. And he said this massive copper came up to him and was like, how would you like it if I was to urinate on Buckingham Palace? And he's like, I wouldn't give a fucking shit, mate. I think he was arrested for that.
He was arrested. Although he did say, like, he did commit in his defence, look, I needed to piss.
Yeah.
And I told the driver to pull over, and I saw a wall. He goes, I didn't know it was the Alamo. It was 3 a.m. You know, it wasn't like it was in the daytime. I just saw a wall and pissed. Kind of thing.
The most sacred thing in Texas.
It turned him into a meme, though, that show, do you think?
I think it's kind of forgotten, isn't it? Our generation watched it a lot, but
I don't think it's been repeated, is it?
It's definitely memed still. I get the odd Osbourne's meme.
Yeah, I suppose, but Ozzy being confused.
Yeah.
Which was basically most of the show.
Pretty much all the show.
Yeah.
But you put that man on stage, even he's shambling around like an old man. You put him on stage, he's prancing around like a 20-year-old, he's jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Well, he was in his element, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He lived for it, didn't he?
It's muscle memory, isn't it? It's you put him on stage, they just click into Elvis in his final days.
Yeah.
You know, he's starts shuffling along, drugged up. Shove him on stage, all of a sudden, boom, he's Elvis.
Voice never left him.
Yeah. Ozzy's voice never left him. I watched a lot of that final concert in reels, numerous reels.
Do you think it was him singing?
Yeah. His voice was still there, but it wasn't all the way there. But you know what? Let's just say about that concert. £190 million they raised, and that all went to charity. All that money.
It all went to the local.
Went to Parkinson's and various other charities. But the most successful charity concert ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
And 190 million, all of it went. No one took a fee for that, and they had some big names there. They had Metallica. They had numerous top bands, all playing for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Until you Ozzy and then Sabbath, or Sabbath and probably Ozzy then Sabbath, I think it was. You're like, fucking hell.
Yeah, good on him. He was certainly, he had many reinventions and ups and downs and comebacks. And
Well, this is it. The addiction. Oh God, he always said booze was the worst one.
yeah.
He kicked everything else with booze. Do you know when they were making Black Sabbath 4?
Yeah.
And he was really on acid. And he went out in the field and he spoke to a horse for 30 minutes. And this horse then told him to fuck off. And he's like, that's it, I'm never doing acid again. The horse has told me to fuck off.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
I'm not doing acid again.
Should I be doing this much acid, Mr. Horse? Nay.
But, you know, survival and reinvention, innit? Everyone talks about reinvention. Ozzy just did it
Yeah.
without changing his look, just became... Just kept being Ozzy, didn't he?
They sacked him, didn't they?
They did sack him at one point, yeah. Do enjoy the Dio years, though.
Yeah. Ronnie James Dio. What a guy. What a voice.
Let's not forget the bat incident.
Yeah. But to his credit, he reckons he thought it was a fake.
He did, yeah. I mean, he wouldn't do it.
I mean, and who expects, to be honest, someone to throw
A live bat
fucking
on stage, yeah. I mean, he'd have to go get lots of rabies shots and stuff like that, and had to be monitored. Have you heard the Dove one?
What did he do to the dove?
So Sharon's desperately trying to get him signed up to a record label. He's been kicked out of Sabbath.
Yeah.
And he's like got a bit clean.
Yeah.
He's on the ready.
Yeah.
And she's like, right, you need to go into this room full of record company executives. You need to make an impression, right? And he's like, right, okay, yeah. And he's like, I've got this idea from this magician I saw that I should throw doves out my pocket. So he gets a couple of doves from somewhere.
Fuck's sake.
I don't know if he bought them or what. Probably. Go give me some doves. And he goes in the record label room and he's got them in his pocket and he's like, oh, I'm Ozzy Osbourne. He reaches his pockets, pulls these doves out and they're dead.
Oh, God.
And they just flop onto the floor. They're suffocated in his pockets. But you know what? Made a fucking impression. He got a record deal. Then he did Blizzard of Oz.
Fuck's sake. Bark at the moon. Do. That's that phase then, isn't it? His solo stuff. Ow.
Shot in the Dark, great
Shot in
song.
the Dark, I think, is one of his best solo songs, actually. I really like that.
Crazy Train's
the
greatest songs ever written of all time, ever.
And then it's Shot in the Dark for his stuff, for me.
My ex-fiancée, there was like a friend from the village, like big, massive, fat guy with white guy dreadlocks. I can't remember his name, but every time they had a gathering or a little party and someone was playing music, he would just be stood there drunk with a beer going, Crazy Train! Crazy Train! Till somebody put fucking Crazy. It's the only song he cared about when he'd had a beer.
You sing along with it, and he was not his
He'd go nuts to it, yeah, whenever it came on, but like, if he was playing something else, he'd just stand there going, Crazy Train! Someone just put it on.
Was this man autistic?
I don't know, no, he just really liked Crazy Train.
Well, I mean,
come on, when you're drinking beer,
yeah,
you know, it's pretty perfect,
yeah,
isn't it? It even works on the Osbournes when the opening intro music is like a swing, version of it. Even that's awesome. But that's how it goes.
Yeah. They made a lot of money off that as well.
I love the lyrics. Did he write the lyrics to that song? Because they're very good.
I don't know. You know, he used to own a wine bar in Newport.
He did, just up the road from us.
Yeah, just up the road, yeah. They used to apparently practice in the room above sometimes, very occasionally.
Yeah.
Can't imagine Ozzy in a wine bar.
Let me see if Ozzy wrote the lyrics to it. Crazy Train. I've listened to Preachers, I've listened to Fools. I've listened to dropouts who make their own rules.
Oh, profound.
I think it's a very profound song.
So, honestly, he was honoured in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as he fucking should be.
Just a bit.
Should be in there fucking several times, to be fair. And he also pushed younger artists. Do you remember Ozfest he used to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Always had, basically grabbed a load of up-and-coming bands and went, right, you're coming on tour with me and Sabbath.
Yeah. The
Or
lyrics were written by the bassist Bob Daisley, but Ozzy came up with the vocal melody.
Fair play to Bob Daisley.
Who I've never heard of before.
Nope. And you know what? Better make some fucking money out of that, doesn't he?
There's some good bass playing on that song as well.
Yeah.
Down.
Aye.
Ah, Ozzy. Fucking brilliant.
And let's not forget the iconic gothic style of the glasses, the crosses. It all looks fucking cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, he has. Look, there was a dodgy period. I think he was a lot of metalheads and rockers were lost in the sort of 90s, like they all cut their hair and, you know,
Yeah.
they all tried to change their looks and none of them looked right. Bruce Dickinson cut his hair short as well, didn't
He did it for the comeback album,
Yeah.
The Wicker Man, 99.
Didn't
Not
look
the Wicker
right.
Man, Brave New World.
Yeah, that's the one. But but once that period's over, like he's just basically, as soon as he started the long straight hair with the glasses and the cross look, and then it just became iconic, didn't it? Like,
yeah.
You know, South Park can do a character, you know who that is,
you know
and
who
if
it is,
somebody,
don't you?
the straight hair, the glasses, the cross, you know who it is.
He had quite a few film appearances as well, little cameos, didn't he? Yeah, he had a fair few. He was in Little Nicky.
Oh, was he?
He was, very briefly.
No way. I don't think I've ever seen that, Little Nicky.
It is a bit Satan, I'll watch it. Fair play to Ozzy. I mean, great. It's one of the guys we grew up listening to, isn't it? It's like he's an icon. He's a pop culture icon. He transcended his role, didn't he? He's a musician, became a pop culture icon.
How old was Ozzy?
76.
76. Bloody hell.
Yeah, quad bike accident messed him up.
Oh, yeah.
All them back surgeries, developed Parkinson's.
Lucky to survive that.
But when he passed away, I heard he passed away. I was like, oh fuck, Ozzy's dead. And then I kind of was like, I kind of knew it was coming.
Yeah.
The last gig he did sitting down and said, I didn't take my pain medication either, so I wouldn't be dulled for it. And but he's doing it all sitting down, and I thought he ain't got long left. His voice is still there, but he ain't got long left. So it wasn't as much of a shock. But I was still like, oh fuck! So I listened to some Sabbath and some Ozzy and.
I bet all the not stress, but he did a lot of press and a lot of, there would have been rehearsals and a lot of pressure to, not be shit, and that would, probably just the last push that he had in him. Yeah. And just took,
Fair play.
Yeah, good on him.
190 million.
What a way to go out.
Yeah.
And I heard I think it's the Children's Hospital in Birmingham where he was from, obviously. I think they've got a massive chunk of that money. So, yeah.
Parkinson's research as well.
Yeah.
Quad bikes, man, don't fucking have them. It killed Rick Mail.
Yeah, they did. Bastard things.
Don't have them.
Well, I saw the police whipping round the city on two of them in Liverpool the other day.
Alright.
Yeah. I'd understand seeing them in the countryside maybe, but I was thinking, I wonder what they're designed to chase. I suppose other people ride quad bikes around, don't they, in cities, and
or maybe you can hit a person with a quad bike, but it's not as bad as hitting them with a car.
I've also seen, this must be a cool job in the police, I've seen they have dirt bikes, off-road bikes as well.
Cool.
For chasing little fuckers on bikes. I bet he loves his job.
Yeah. That would be sweet, just doing some tricks as you're jumping up.
But yeah, good on you, Ozzy, rest in peace.
Yeah.
R.I.P.D. Ozzy.
Yeah.
So, on to the next loss of the week. Hulk Hogan.
The Hulkster.
The Hulkster.
Terry Jean Belair, the greatest to ever do it.
The immortal Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Built the house.
Yeah, he built the house that everyone now wrestles in all the companies. Before him it was a regional thing. Yeah,
Vince McMahon, he basically just took over the regions, went on telly.
Put everyone else out of business, but he had a vision he wanted to be like the Walt Disney of pro wrestling, and he needed a Mickey Mouse, and Hogan was his Mickey Mouse, basically.
Absolutely.
How long was he champion?
How many times was he champion?
He was 6 times in total. He was champion, 5 in the first run, and then he had it once when he came back in 2003 or 4.
So did Flair get more titles then? 'Cause he's been...
Oh yeah, Flair had 16.
Longer, didn't he?
Yeah, Flair had 16. I think his longest run, I'd have to look that up, but it was definitely several years.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Hogan had it for years, like in one run. But before that, it was like, Bob Backlund had been the champion for something crazy, like fucking 10 years or something. Honestly, something mental. Because Vince's dad always liked a good guy to have the belt. He didn't like bad guys to have it. But then they give it to the Iron Sheik for a bit, and then Hogan came in. I think it was 84. Got the belt after Sheik, and then Hulkamania.
Ran wild.
But it was also, a lot of people don't know, he had like a mini Hulkamania before he even... So there's a company called the AWA, which is based in like Minnesota, I think, and they were quite big. And basically Vince poached people like Mean Gene was their announcer. Vince nicked him. Like all the people that you know started off in this AWA, and Hogan was massive, and Vince's dad signed him from them. But then Sylvester Stallone offered him Rocky 3. Vince's dad didn't want him to do it because he didn't think he'd come back. So he said, if you do it, I'll fire you. And Hulk was like, bye then. So he went and did it.
He got paid $14,000 for that.
Well, you know, that was
Rocky
probably
3 appearance, which is pretty a good chunk of cash at the time. Isn't
nice payday at the time. But then, so he goes back to the AWA off the back of Rocky 3, and has like a nice little, he's really popular there. And then Vince Jr. by this time has taken over, and he's like, come here, we're going to take this national. And that's when he got Real America. Because before that, he was coming out to Eye of the Tiger, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's why Real Americans got that kind of riff at the start.
Yeah.
So we're trying to kind of same vibe.
Great song though.
Yeah, great song. It wasn't actually written for Hulk Hogan. It was written for some tag team that never took off. Fucking love it. It's my ringtone. It has been for years. I love that fucking song.
Yeah, because any new listeners won't understand.
Oh, my level of...
Yeah, go on. Explain your level of Hulkamaniac, please.
Well, you know, I don't sound like an asshole, but like, you know, he's my own. He's like my Jesus, basically. I never grew out of it. I've been collecting his shit, figures and rare stuff, weird stuff. Not weird, but like obscure things. I've got things like, you know, in the old days, like, basically, if you were writing an article and you wanted to put a photograph in it, you had to go to like a photograph library. And they're like these little slides, and that's what you'd have to do to get the photo for your magazine or whatever. I've got little pressed slides of Suburban Commando, found them on eBay. You know, I've got like my
He was a film star as well, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, movie, you know, I've seen even the shittest films. He never really made a good one. But although his appearance, I would argue, in Gremlins 2 is absolutely fucking awesome.
Well, he was just being Hulk Hogan in that, wasn't he?
Fucking excellent.
And
He's got the belt on and everything.
I like the fact he goes to cinema in his wrestling gear.
Yeah.
With the belt on, just because he can.
Sits with the popcorn.
Sits with the popcorn. You
Legend.
want cold soda and hot popcorn. And if the Hulk starts to go up there and deal with the Gremsters, there's going to be trouble.
Oh, it's incredible. You know, my favourite movie of his, a lot of people know about it, it's called The Ultimate Weapon. I have it on DVD. We'll have to watch it one night. It's terrible,
I've
but
never seen it.
It's
No,
brilliant.
I've never seen it, no.
It's got an awful wig on in it. They should have spent less money on the explosions and more on the wig. But my personal favourite, oh shit, I can't remember because it's got loads of different names in different territories, but it was a made-for-TV movie, right? Starring Hulk Hogan, Carl Weathers.
Wow.
Right, some porn star, and there's a few other like action. Oh, like, you'll what's his name? Kreese from Cobra Kai.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, him. They're like basically like, you know, like the A-Team, but but it's really violent.
Sounds good,
And
actually.
Hulk's got like again a really weird wig on. He's got like long hair and he's supposed to be all like zen, like trying to get over his war trauma.
Right.
And oh, it's fucking brilliant. I mean, it's fucking not, but it's fucking brilliant.
Is that Thunder in Paradise or something?
No, that was the TV show he was in, where they had like
Speedboat.
where they had a high-tech speedboat. It was like Kit but a boat.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
You sent the trailer for that or something.
Oh, it was so good. It was so 90s. It's like having the 90s injected into your eyeballs with hypodermic needles over and over and over again. The 90s!
You watched it all?
Oh, most of it. It was when I was with Leona, and because it was on whatever TV service we had, it was on there all every episode, and I went through a phase of whenever them lot were like bath time or bedtime, whatever, I'd just get an episode in. I fucking loved it. Every episode's the same shit, but it's Hulk Hogan. And it was a weird phase where he was trying to so I don't know how much you know, but there was the steroid scandal, which was very public. There was a very real chance that they were all going to go to fucking jail.
What was the doctor's name? He had a weird name.
Is it Dr. Kazarian? No. Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they all got off. Hogan had to testify against Vince. But they were all fine. No one got into trouble. It was fine. But his public reputation was a bit... And he always looked a bit weird in that period because he obviously had to lay off the steroids a bit. So he sort of looked like he'd shrunk by 50%. It was like, it's weird, like his face looked strange. Yeah, his movie career didn't take off, and I don't understand why.
Or his pop career?
Well, no, although I quite like his singing. Do you want to be in my gang, my gang, my gang? You want to be in my gang?
That's as much as we can do without getting...
It's
giving
brilliant.
Gary Glitter royalties.
Yeah, but, sorry.
Sorry.
But I have it on... well, Mike got it me on vinyl, but I had it on CD back in the day. I loved it. But apparently, I've seen video evidence, he could really play the bass.
He was in a band before he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
That was his thing. He wasn't a bad bass player.
He was genuinely... Because he was also a world-class bullshitter and storyteller. So people often think that was one of his made-up things, but no. I found a video online. What song were they playing? Some like band in a club like are playing. It's a popular rock song, and he just gets up on stage, joins in, and you can literally see him like noodling along. Like you're like, oh fuck, he can really fucking play the fucking bass like really well. Like he's literally like giving it all that, and I'm like, holy shit! And it looks so weird because he's like 6'8", and he's in his prime, 6'7", I think.
6'7".
But he shrunk so much.
He was 6'4". I listened to the Joe Rogan episode with him this week.
All them surgeries, Mike. He lost like 3 or 4 inches in height. And that's why if you look at him in later years, he actually looked a bit weird. If you looked at him, because he'd lost the height, his arms came further down his legs, if you know what I mean, than like they normally would. So, but I was always impressed with how he maintained his physique despite being in a lot of pain.
It's 71, and still
He always looked fucking jacked, man.
always looked jacked.
And he knew that was the gimmick. He knew that.
He's Hulk.
Yeah,
Hogan.
as long he knew he can't go out in public if he doesn't look like he. You know, I'm just surprised. It's weird. I'm surprised he made it to that age because so many of his generation died.
Oh, the punishment that his body went through.
And the drugs.
Yeah.
To be honest, the drugs. Although apparently he obviously did a lot of steroids, but he wasn't that bad at like, you know, the coke. He could leave it alone when he'd had it, you know, when it was getting too much, and the booze and that. But definitely, so 71, I was surprised he made it, but also I kind of felt like he was just gonna just keep going. I don't know, it's weird because he just kept looking so good every time I see him. Because like Ric Flair, no offence to Ric Flair, but every time I see him, he looks like a walking fucking corpse. I can't look at him, it's painful.
Yeah, because he's still trying to hang on to the name as well, isn't he?
He looks awful.
Yeah.
God, but Hulk always looked fucking great.
Oh, look at the Republican convention.
Oh God, he was brilliant. He fucking helped President Trump win. I'm not being... he fucking helped turn the tide, man. Honestly. That speech went viral like fuck. Everyone, they all fucking loved it. I bet that got people out voting that weren't gonna. As daft as it sounds, it's
Yeah,
America.
yeah, done.
Well, that's why he got booed when he
Yeah,
came back to when it was Netflix Monday Night Raw debut or second week, and he came out and they booed him.
Yeah, the rest of the
Because
fans
he'd done Trump, and it's like, no,
turned on him.
what's it matter?
If they'd have known he was gonna, I remember. I know this might sound like a daft thing to, because I take it very personally when I see people talking shit about him on Twitter. I feel like I have to step in and defend his honour. Nobody ever sees my comments or anything. I'm a nobody. They're at the bottom of the list. You know what I mean? But I was thinking like, these people that slag him off because of his politics, he won't be around forever. And if I see these same people posting some gushing like, you know, oh, Hogan was always mine, I'll be like, fuck you, because you know, you shouldn't let, it's so mental how Americans literally let which side you vote for decide if you will hate someone or not, regardless of what they,
insane, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know.
that's how polarised it's become.
It's
That's
not
the sign of the
illegal.
times.
It's not illegal to be a Republican. There's two fucking parties.
Freedom of speech is literally the basic founding tenet of your country.
Yeah.
You know, just because someone supports a different political party to you doesn't mean you have to hate them and wish them ill after death. Death,
Playing
you know?
right into their hands. It's exactly what the ruling elite want.
And what I
Sticking
really,
to those throats.
yeah, well, what I really hate as well is like that. What should have been, you know, I tuned in for the tribute last night. They always do, Mike. When a wrestler's gone, they give him a 10-bell salute. It's the tradition. It's a bit like a minute silence. Everyone's quiet. Ring the bell 10 times. And I was sitting there thinking, if any cunt shouts anything out, do you know what I mean? Like, fuck him or anything. I was thinking, oh God, I'll be on an aeroplane somehow. I would. And I hate that. Shouldn't have been thinking that. Then they played the tribute, and I will admit, first time in my life, I cried over a celebrity death, which I never thought would happen. I'll never forget, my mum came in my room when Princess Diana died, going, wake me up. Diana's died. And I was like, who? I was going through my head thinking, Auntie Brenda, I think, have I got an auntie? Going through all her friends' names, thinking, I said, Diana, who? She's like, Princess Diana. And I was like, what the fuck are you crying for? Like, I couldn't understand.
I had the 7 in the morning or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Mum,
You did wake me up for that.
my mum came in the room, sat on my bed, and put my telly on, and I had to fucking watch it. 7 o'clock in the fucking morning on a Sunday.
Oh no.
I was devastated.
Yeah, so first time I shed a tear. It was a beautiful, they put together a beautiful video, didn't they?
They did.
It went through his whole thing. To be honest though, I mean, it was like the first 10 minutes of the show, and then Cody did a speech. I would have done the whole, surely he deserved the whole 2-hour fucking show to be dedicated to him. Unless they're going to put together something.
I'd imagine there's going to be a documentary.
Oh yeah.
There's got to be.
Yeah. Well, I've watched loads of shit. They've put together all these stuff that used to be really expensive on DVD is now for free on YouTube, that the WWE themselves have put out, like all these unreleased matches and best ofs, and there's like a live channel just streaming it. I watched loads of cool stuff this morning. Yeah, the Hulkster, pop culture icon.
Yeah.
The man who took wrestling global. And then, let's not forget, when it all started running its course and he could feel that nobody really gave a shit anymore, all the kids had grown up, what did he do? Became the best fucking bad guy in the business.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He was amazing.
NWO.
Yeah. The New World Order. The New World Wrestling. Oh God. You should watch it. It's all on YouTube now. You can watch like the whole storyline of the NWO. It was amazing. Have you ever seen it, Mike, when he turned bad guy?
I've seen. Have
you seen the clip when he actually turned
No.
though, and like the whole crowd starts throwing shit into the ring, like there's just cups and shit raining down. They're so fucked up. But yeah,
That's show business, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He knew it. It was time to do it, and then he saved that company. Nearly put the WWF out of business.
Yeah, they were smashing him.
Then eventually Vince bought them, and they made their peace. He came back and he had another giant fucking run.
Yeah.
That's when I really started watching weekly again. Then that was I became like heavily obsessed around that time, early 2000s, when he stopped being a bad guy. Basically, I wasn't that interested in the time. I didn't really like him being a bad guy. I've got to be honest. My little Hulkamaniac heart was broke, mate.
One of the best entrances I've ever seen is actually, it's going to sound really wrestling, it's Backlash 2005, and it's him and Shawn Michaels tagging together against the two Muslim guys. You know that? In 2005, two Muslim guys have insulted America, two Arabs.
Yeah.
Can't remember their names because they didn't have a very long run. You know, Vince like the bad guy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now you had the Iraqis during the Gulf War, now you've got these two Muslim Iraqi guys.
Yeah.
Hogan came out in the yellow and red for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
And the fucking roof went off.
Well, the loudest one I've ever seen. I watch it quite a lot when I'm drunk. It's hard to find a high quality version of it on YouTube though. And I don't think it's on. They scrubbed it from the network for some reason. Oh, it's because I know why it is now. But anyway, they used to, for a while, they had a retarded character, Mike.
Oh, Eugene!
Eugene.
I watched that today, I saw a reel of it.
Right, and at WrestleMania, Mike, they didn't even know Hulk was going to be there, right? This is in the 2000s. So the two Iraqi characters...
Yeah, they had a few...
Just start beating the ever-loving shit out of the special wrestler, right?
Yeah.
And then one of them's got him in the camel clutch while the other one's got the microphone and he's just screaming Arabic words into his face. The special guy's getting killed, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's just doing the Arab, and the place is going... And then Hulk Hogan's music kicks in and I swear to God you can hear them just... spaffing them. It whips them into an American frenzy, Mike. It just it cuts to Adam Sandler is in the front row going mental, and then Hulk Hogan comes down and saves the retard. And beats the shit out of these tiny, and they're not even real Iraqis. I think one of them's Italian, and they're just vaguely dark skinned. And Vince is like, perfect.
You're right.
Wait, what? Hasn't there just been a massive terror attack? Yep, that's why we're doing it. Are we going to be safe? Who knows?
We'll get a guaranteed slot every night for the next month.
Yeah, but they had to stop it because the networks were like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, and they disappeared very quickly.
I'm not putting my money on them to win, that's for certain.
They
just... they only win cheating, obviously. They only cheat to win.
They disappeared overnight one
I think
week.
it might have been after after the Eugene. No, it must have been after Backlash then.
Yeah, Vince got a letter from the network and he was like, oh.
But obviously, Hulk's a controversial figure in later life.
Was he?
That's what he's portrayed as.
Well, he is if you're a pussy.
I don't agree with like, you know, if I was talking to you guys and we were being recorded, one of us was recording or someone was recording us, and you know what stays in the chat group stays in the chat group.
Yeah.
We have some fucked up WhatsApp chats. Yeah. That's what it is. It's a verbal WhatsApp chat with your mates and someone's recording me.
He was completely fucked over.
Of course I'm going to be politically incorrect. I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah. He was completely fucked over. What a weird situation. Your best friend says, hey, I don't mind if you fuck my wife. So he was fucking his best friend's wife with his best friend's permission. Little did he know, though, his best friend was recording it all. I think because he's a pervert. Well, obviously he's a pervert. He's letting his mate smash his wife, like. And then when he's watching it back, he realises Hulk has said something very controversial, and like a cunt goes and sells it to a fucking, gossip fucking website.
Shady as fuck, man.
The fucking world's fucked, innit? But it all has, he talks about he was suicidal. He literally had a gun in his fucking mouth, at one point. He was fucking... His wife had left him for an 18-year-old. His son was in prison, he'd lost his fortune. His fucking sex tape's been leaked. Everyone thinks he's a racist because he's recorded saying the N-word. He's literally gun in his mouth, but as they all do, he found God. But like, what I like about the story is that the billionaire stepped in to help him sue the... So the angry billionaire, if you don't know everybody, the website was Gawker. Hogan couldn't afford to sue them or fight them, but there was an angry billionaire who this website had fucked over, and he bankrolled Hogan's, basically got him the best fucking lawyer on earth.
Shouldn't take that though, should it?
Well, no, it shouldn't.
It's
The whole
insane,
situation, and the reason the billionaire was angry was because they had outed him as gay, and he didn't want to be outed as gay. You know, surely you've got a fucking right, no matter who you are, to keep that to yourself. But they were a piece of shit gossip. So anyway, they've sued out of existence. They literally don't exist anymore. He got his fortune back. He got remarried to basically a fitter version of a fitter, younger...
I didn't want a blonde again, but...
But he did. He just got another big-titted blonde.
She was 47, I think. Did she have 3 kids as well?
I don't know much about it, to be honest.
I listened to the podcast. I listened to the Joe Rogan show with him. I missed that one somehow.
Which is third marriage.
It was like, at one point, his first marriage was going quite well. One, because he was like, I'm the only non-divorced heavyweight champion.
Yeah, they were together for years, and they did the reality show, you know, and they had the kids, but it all started falling apart. But, you know, he's alright. He was happy at the end. He had the real American beer, apparently, is...
I'd imagine that's flying off the shelves at the minute.
Quite successful, yeah, and he had his bar. Sad now, because that was always... I even know it was an unrealistic dream, because I'm always skinned, but I always thought someday, somehow, I'll go over to Tampa. Because if you go on a certain night, he's literally in the bar doing karaoke. Like, I think it's quite expensive to get in, but I'd see it on Facebook every week, and I'd be like, fucking hell, imagine that, man. How fucking cool. But should have known he's in pain, because he's always sat on a high stool with a big, like, quite badass looking cane thing to walk around with, so...
Oh, he was physically fucked. Does it? I heard. I'm sure he said on Joe Rogan 25 back surgeries.
Yeah. The irony is.
Plus hip surgery, plus knee surgery.
The irony is he chose the leg drop as his finishing move because it's easy to do and you can do it on anyone. That's what makes a good finishing move, apparently. Because if it's something where you've got to pick somebody up, you might not be able to do it to everyone. So, but. The irony of it is, every single time he did it, he was landing on his, he was compacting his spine, and he must have done it how many thousands of fucking times.
Back in the day, they were wrestling like twice a day sometimes.
And the ring was a lot harder, apparently, back in the day. Yeah,
well, it would just be, sometimes, if you were lucky, you probably had a little bit of padding.
Yeah.
I mean, that's suffering for your art, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, wrestling's mental. That's why I'm so in love with it. It's my favourite art form, sport, whatever you want to call it. Like, well, it's a hybrid of the two, isn't it? It's mental. I absolutely adore it. And to me, it's tragic and romantic that these guys absolutely fucking batter themselves just to try and get an emotional reaction out of us. And when it's good, it really works. I love it when you're actually invested. You really want someone to win. I fucking love it. It's so entertaining. Like, we go quite regular to the local. Yeah. Even that, when it's just a couple of hundred people, like, I fucking love it. And they're not even, no offence to them, they're trainees, most of them, aren't they? They're like, they're not the greatest in the world, but even they managed to get me going. And
do you know there's free adult sessions at their school?
Don't be silly. Too old. Yeah. I've had this thought, Ben, but my knees are fucked.
I know, but just part of me wants to have one match.
Nah.
Just one.
Nah. You're going to end up like Hulk Hogan after 1 month.
I know, yeah.
You have like 25 back surgeries in a year.
I'll be lucky to get that.
Because you went to like 3 wrestling training sessions.
Well, I'm not choosing the leg drop as my finisher.
I'd be the same, but I'll probably run into the ropes for the first time and like crick my neck as it... You know what I mean? Oh God, Jesus, shit, fuck. Fuck.
I don't think I'd make more than one a week. Let's put it that way. So it'll take a long time.
No, it's not. No.
I'm half tempted.
Do you have a favourite? What's your favourite Hulk Hogan match or moment?
It's a tie between the entrance at the Backlash, and I do like the Andre Hogan match. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, not for me.
But I really like the match with The Rock.
Oh yeah.
At 80, because of the crowd dynamics.
Yeah.
It changes, and they had to change the match on the fly. And Hogan was full of praise for The Rock as well. He said he was like he'd been doing this for 40 years, not 10.
What's crazy is Hogan wrestled The Rock's dad.
Well, yeah.
Like, he knew him as a little kid.
Yeah, he did literally know The Rock as a kid, didn't he? Yeah.
Backstage. So I think for me, favourite match, I just think it's so perfect. Because there's a lot of wrestling fans, modern wrestling fans, they like the really technical stuff where there's loads of gymnastic like flips and somersaults and
suicide dives. There's always a suicide dive nowadays.
Really high flying technical stuff, which wasn't like that back in the day. But what I love about the Andre match is there's nothing flashy in it whatsoever, right? But it's fucking dramatic as fuck.
Yep.
It's so simple. It's like if you distill wrestling down to its pure essence. That's that match. Like, you got the big evil bad guy, you got the smaller underdog hero, and right at the start he tries to slam him and it fucks his back.
Yeah.
And he sells so well that when I was a kid, I used to genuinely think like he's broke his fucking back. Mate, tried to pick that big cunt up and he's fucked. He's reaching out like that. Oh God, he's fucked. And he's drenched in sweat.
Hammers his fucking back.
He's battering him
over and over again.
Standing on his back, and you're just like, no, he's drenched in sweat. He looks fucked. And then he starts to come back. Yeah. And then he finally picks him up, and 93,000 fucking people. Yeah. That's mental for a pretend fight. But they're all in. That's why I love wrestling. Even if they know it, what it is, they still are in for the emotion, for the ride, for the story, and they all go, and he fucking... Because what I love about that body slam is he doesn't just get him up, he, like, gets him up.
Yeah, he gets him round.
Like, up. And you see everyone just like, yes, because you know once he slams him, and then he sells a bit, oh, fuck. And the leg drop. Oh, then the pin. Oh, God. What a moment.
And Andre was billed at what? 500 something?
But it's hard to find the truth because they used to exaggerate. Like,
I was guessing he's still got to be like 400, hasn't he? He's got to be 400, Andre.
Yeah, I think they used to. I can't remember. I did hear on a podcast. Apparently, there was a certain amount they always used to add on. They'd add like an inch to your height or two sometimes. Because you noticed like Hulk Hogan was always billed at 305 pounds. I used to think, even as a kid, how does he weigh exactly the same? Like every time. They don't do that anymore. They don't say their weight. It's probably like...
Pretty fat shaming.
Yeah, that's what people would cry, wouldn't they?
Piper Niver, bless her, she wouldn't like that too much.
Oh, I've had to stick up for her on Twitter.
I like her as a wrestler, she's fine. She's probably a bit... That gimmick's running a bit dry for me now, though. Yeah, the secret Hervis.
She takes a lot of shit on Twitter just because she's a big girl, but...
She can move.
She's very good.
Do you know who can fucking move her? All on...
It's going to be the one whose arse he
likes.
Likes. Oh, right, sorry.
No, I think Jacob Fatu is a fucking fantastic athlete.
I thought you were going to
He's a chunky dude.
Oh, yeah, he can move.
He is a fucking... He's a husky man. And he can fucking move.
Well, they always say, the snarky fucking fans, always like, oh, Hogan couldn't wrestle, he only had 5 moves. Fuck you. I'll send you a link, right?
Have you seen that Japan one? Doing shit.
He was doing like drop toe holds and like he was doing loads of moves that you've never seen him do in America. He knew in America he didn't have to do that. No. Why would he bother doing that? He didn't. He knew exactly what he had to do. Let them beat me up for a bit, right?
And I'll come back, kick him in the face, leg drop and match over.
And what I used to love about Hulk Hogan, it used to drive Jesse Ventura mad because he was always putting it out on the commentary. Hogan used to cheat and use really dirty tactics.
Did he?
A lot. And like baby faces never usually did that.
He went to slam Andre on the concrete.
Yeah.
He pulled the bats back.
He used to rake people's eyes, he'd choke them with things, and Jesse Ventura would be going, he's not a good guy, like that is, like what, that's bad guy stuff, like, and Vincent just like, no, try and ignore it and play it off, like, and no one seemed to care, like, I never noticed as a kid, but like, looking back on it, I'm like, he really did, like, he would cheat like fuck.
It's different when a good guy cheats, isn't it?
No, what was anyone a pure baby face back then? They used to rake the eyes.
Well, you've got like Ricky Steamboat, he was a pure. There were some pure, You know, because that's the rules of wrestling back then. Now all the rules they're a bit loosey goosey, but babyface would never cheat ever. That is only what the bad guy does. Babyface has got to do everything correctly and right, put the effort in. Bad guys would never do flashy, cool moves.
No,
ever.
it's all just punch.
They'd never want to do something that made you go, oh, that was cool. Whereas it annoys me now because they do cool moves, don't they? You're not supposed to you're supposed to think he's a boring cunt, he is. He always just cheats and does shit moves.
Like the judge.
Yeah, like the fucking judge. Oh, God.
The APW champion.
Our local wrestling.
Our local wrestling company will give a shout out.
If I see that twat win one more fucking match.
And that pile driver he does every time where he just falls over. It's not even a pile driver, he just falls over.
Fuck me. He needs to go to the doctor and get that jab.
At the last one, right, and I shouted out, take the hammer, because he's the judge, he comes out with a hammer. Right, and I showed to the ring guy, take the hammer, and he did take the hammer, right, and then all of a sudden the hammer reappeared.
It would have had to, didn't it?
And it's like, what are you doing putting the hammer back?
Uses it every time.
It's
The
Chekhov's.
ref's not looking.
Have you ever heard the saying Chekhov's gun?
No.
It's a literary thing or a theatre thing. It basically means if there's a gun on stage, then you know the gun's going to come into play.
I know, I just wanted to try and upset the balance.
Yeah, but that's why it was
anarchy.
brought back. No, you weren't. You've been a smart ass, and you nearly ruined everything.
But he'd have lost the title, Gaz. He'd have lost the title without the hammer. I knew what was going to happen.
Well, surely he's going to lose next time.
Oh, I don't
If
know.
he doesn't, I'm not coming back.
Depends who the next chat. He won't defend the next one. It'll be the challenger or win the Royal Rumble thing.
I'm going to boycott. Yeah, so...
I'll just get drunk and forget it.
Well, if there are any listeners out there who are Hulkamaniacs, I would just like to say, go on YouTube. The WWE have put loads of, really good stuff. Hogan's unreleased, pretty rare matches. You're not even in red and yellow in some of them. He was still in the very early days, he was in white.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he in the Thunderlips gear from Rocky 3?
It is a bit like that. Yeah, he had white trunks, white boots. He used to come out with a white top on with American Made on it. And then, red and yellow, it's weird, isn't it? It's very 80s, I suppose. It was bright yellow, wasn't it?
It's the colours work better, don't they? It's
Red and
more
yellow. Iconic.
It draws our attention more.
Yeah.
Or Trump?
Iconic.
Oh my God, there's a key to this. If you have red and yellow and you're in anything, you'll attract people.
Oh, the shirt ripping. So simple, but it just, when I was a kid, it was just the coolest fucking thing on earth. I was, if you want to know the level of my obsession, when we moved house, when my parents moved house, it's nearly 10 years ago now, I found a load of old books, and I found this book called Mighty Maulers. And it was just like a picture, a picture with loads of different articles in it about wrestlers and loads of pictures. And I was like, oh, fuck, I bet that might go for a few quid on eBay. That's vintage now. Opened it up to the Hulk Hogan page and I'd cut all the fucking pictures out of it. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's worthless. I was like, fuck little me. Cutting his picture. I was obsessed. He just looked like... He looked like he was nuclear powered to me. He was fucking mental.
You know, that tan never fucking faded, did it, over the years?
He's the colour of an hot dog.
He was like he was made of oak, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. He was fucking giant back in the day. And then when he came back in the 2000s, and he was in his 50s, and he was fucking even bigger. I was like...
Oh, he was 54 when he did the match with The Rock, and he was
amazing.
still in great shape.
Oh, he's fucking huge in that match. He's bigger than The Rock.
He is, you're right.
Oh, what a guy. Well, my worship will go on.
Will your heart go on?
Yeah.
Should we play the Titanic theme?
Well, genuinely, this one, first celebrity death that's ever actually made me, really sad. Genuinely sad. Well, and like I said, my room is also literally plastered in items. It's literally a shrine to the man. And has been, so... But I guess I'll just keep collecting shit and watching his matches, and I'm probably the only person on earth that ever on purpose watches his films.
Well, remember that he's called the immortal Hulk Hogan for a reason.
That's
guys.
it. Well,
He may be dead, but Hulkamania lives on.
There's an iconic moment. I think it's from one of the Royal Rumbles. I think it's either Royal Rumble 1990 or the SummerSlam. But basically, somebody in the crowd had got like a giant bed sheet and done the Hulkamania logo perfectly, and it's Hulkamania will live forever. And Hogan got the sheet, and he's parading the ring around in the ring with it, holding it like that. They play that clip all the time. And yeah, it will. But this is how good things are now with action figures. They made an action figure of that.
Wow.
It comes with the fucking exact sheet. Yeah. I know there's a lot of people who hate him, but fuck those people. Real wrestling fans will know. Unfortunately, it takes someone to die. Because I bet there'll be a lot of people now who haven't watched his matches in years, or will be watching these rare matches that the WWE are putting out and going, holy fuck, he was really fucking good. You know. I'll certainly keep.
Legend for a reason, wasn't he?
Oh, look, without him, you haven't got professional wrestling as it is today.
No.
And if you're a professional wrestling fan, you should appreciate that.
And it's a bizarre conundrum, if you think about it. This man, in his, I think at the time he would have been in his late 20s to early 30s. He was 6'6" or 6'8", right? With long blonde hair, but was already bald. Right.
You know what? That's skull it. Let's just give him a moment for the skull.
He wasn't, and also,
was amazing.
Think about it, he wasn't handsome. He wasn't like fuck ugly, but he wasn't like a matinee idol dude. He was a surfer dude who did these crazy promos. Like, it was just weird. Like, somehow he just beamed charisma, and the whole fucking world fell in love with him. I don't know if it's because he was just so giant and ripped.
He was the most recognisable human on earth.
Yeah, the moustache. The headband.
It's iconic, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, something about him. The world needed it. It was like just the 80s, just perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was larger than life. Everyone at that time was still proud to be an American. It wasn't the way it is now. You know?
Well, actually, you know what? Just going back a moment, my favourite fucking match is Survivor Series 91 when he loses to The Undertaker.
Oh, man.
That was the first one I ever watched.
I remember.
And he played his neck damage up.
Yeah, he did. Politicking. He was the ultimate. And I always think, because fans get upset about it, like it affected them, like about him being ruthless and a politician backstage. Back in the day, your payday depended on where you were in the card, you know, how much merch you were selling, all this stuff. Yeah. And he was just guaranteed every time he got as much as he possibly could.
Yeah.
For him and his family.
You said about Roddy Piper, if you'd have actually let me beat you,
you could have made loads.
You'd have made loads.
Yeah, because you could have come back.
You could have come back, and then maybe you get the belt.
Yeah.
And I'm always better when I'm chasing, and we're both making money.
Yeah. Because it's weird, Mike. Back in the day, some wrestlers wouldn't want to lose, and they'd actually argue and say, "No, I'm not losing." Because they'd think then that it would basically ruin their career a bit. Yeah. So then you move down the card because the fans now think, they don't believe in you as much. So they'd try and protect their spot, they'd call it, and end up being difficult and going, oh no, the only way I'm going to lose then is if you hit me with a, they'll work some other way, right? They just won't. And Roddy just refused. He never let anyone beat him clean ever. Oh no, he did in the end. He let Bret Hart beat him towards the end. But yeah, it's weird. They were like, I understand it. It was a weird time back then because they were all again trying to protect their spots. It affected how much you earned, and so all weird politicking. There's a famous phrase apparently Hogan used to say a lot backstage. He used to say a lot, "Doesn't work for me, brother." When think of something else.
Yeah.
He always had creative control. Not a lot of people had that, but he'd request it in his contract.
Yeah.
He's clever. I
Makes sense,
respect him for all of this. Some
Yeah.
people hate him for all this, think he's a weasel and a cunt. I'm like, he was the smartest guy in the fucking room.
You're in it to make money.
Yeah. And he knew that.
And it's a short career.
He also knew that, and the movie thing didn't quite happen for him, so he's like, oh, fuck, I need to get as much as I can
I need to be the guy.
out of this. Yeah.
Why he went to WCW where they paid loads of money for, quote, old talent.
Yeah.
old talent coming in as new talent.
Yeah.
You know, they had Macho Man, they had Flair, they had Hogan, they had Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
You know, all these guys.
Yeah, the proudest, my favourite, I don't know what the right word is, but like the focal point of my collection, my favourite 2 items, they're like a complementary pair. So you remember the original Hasbro toys?
Yeah.
I've got a Hulk Hogan on the card from the WWF. And then when he went to WCW, they did WCW figures, and I got one of them on the card as well. It was a nice, beautiful pair.
Yeah.
You know, not that rare, rare-ish in the box, but yeah, love it. Went to the WCW. I love that period. I love watching all them matches, because I didn't see them at the time.
Did they used to be on TV in this country, WCW?
They were for a while.
Yeah.
They were for a while.
Nan watched it.
Yeah, my mate used to give me VHS tapes of it, and I'd be like, "Where are you getting these?" And he's like, "It's on telly." Is it?
I used to watch it, yeah.
It was like Saturday at 3:00.
I used to watch the British wrestling with my mum. She's the one who got me into wrestling. I wasn't that arsed about it when, I liked some of them, but sometimes I found it boring. But because it was every Saturday, Mum was the only thing she ever sat down for was the wrestling. And I used to be like, oh fuck, no cartoons for a bit. But then, obviously, I discovered American wrestling. I was like, holy fuck, it's like that shit my mum watches, but like, they look cool. Instead of looking like my dad and his mates.
Yeah.
That's right. Do you know what I mean? But even the ones that were in shape didn't look like they had shit costumes, didn't they? And like, you know, it was all a bit dowdy and... But apparently, I listen to all these wrestling podcasts, they call it World of Sport Wrestling in America.
Yeah,
they fucking love it, 'cause apparently it was really technically like up there. Apparently it was like, they just looked, to me as a kid it looked dowdy, but they're obsessed with it, they love it. But yeah, I saw the WWF then, it became, but everyone was for a time.
Yeah, they were. It was the biggest thing ever.
Oh my god, my brothers who were even older, he was into it, like my friends, and everyone was mad. The stickers, the figures, the VHS tapes, fuck, it was bed covers.
Everything,
Annuals, posters,
magazines,
games. Fuck, I was obsessed with it.
Every media thing the 90s could throw at us was thrown at us.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, the figures. How many figures did they sell over the years? In that 2 or 3 years they really had at the top.
Them Hasbros. I think there was 5, what do they call them? Not seasons. Can't think what the terminology is now. What the fuck? I literally listen to a podcast about figures every week. I can't think what they call them. But yeah, like basically they come out in runs.
Yeah, so
you got the first set. Yeah, like the first set would have come out. 'Cause you know when you look on the back and it's got the rest of them.
Yeah.
Then a few years later they'd bring out another set. Because I remember when you started getting the newer one, I remember first seeing the Bret Hart one and being like, oh fuck, that's cool. Because he was my next guy after Hogan.
Oh yeah, very much so. Bret was the face of
Mr. Perfect for me.
Oh, I loved him.
Yeah,
Mr. Perfect, great. The Undertaker, Andre the Giant.
There's a match of Hogan and Perfect on YouTube as well.
Oh, is there?
That I didn't see back in the day. Apparently Hogan requested to wrestle him because his reputation was he's absolutely fucking brilliant. So yeah, Mr. Perfect. Yeah, I was absolutely mad for it. I never really got... It went in dips and... I had a little dip where I lost interest. Because most people, the usual story is when they really find out it's totally fake. You know? It's sort of like, fuck that, and they grow out of it.
Well, it was sort of 16 for me. I found beer and weed and going out. And
even then, I still always had time for rest. I sort of did... When we turned bad, I admit, I wasn't really interested, but I still bought the magazines, so I kept up with it in the magazines. And then when I read that he was going back to WWF, that's when I was like, oh fuck, I better start watching weekly. And at first, I'll admit, I was fucking disappointed because he came back in the black and he was still being a bad guy. And I was like, what the fuck's this shit? I was like, come on, please give me the red and yellow. And he went into the match with The Rock, all the build-up and that, he was the bad guy.
He was, yeah.
He kept trying to get booed, he did all mad shit, like he ran The Rock over in an ambulance, and, you know, he did all mad shit, but they wouldn't boo him. And then when it came to that match, I love that fucking match.
Yeah, it's a good match, isn't it?
Yeah.
The crowd changes it.
Again, nothing crazy.
No.
All very simple moves, but you listen to that fucking crowd, they're going mental.
Yeah.
Mental. You know what I feel sorry for? That wasn't the main event.
Really?
Chris Jericho and Triple H had to go out after that, and it's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, they really should. Have you ever watched the match he had the year after The Rock with Vince McMahon?
No.
It's fucking really fucking good, man. We should watch that after this if we can find it on
Fair enough.
YouTube. It's like a hardcore match. It's like Vince does some crazy shit.
He always did do.
Yeah.
My favourite footage of Vince is when he fucking rips his quads getting into the ring. He just can't get up anymore.
Yeah.
He slides in the ring on his knees, and you see it instantly that something goes.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, he flops back against the ropes, his legs kick out, he's like, I can't get up. He's trying to they're trying to stay in character.
We should explain to Mike the whole, if we back up a bit, so what had happened, Mike, the finish of the Royal Rumble, they fucked it up. Batista and John Cena went over the rope, and they, I swear to God, they hit the floor at precisely the set. There's no way from every single angle. So everyone's just sort of a bit fucking how we do. And Vince is so fucking angry. He comes for real, charging from the back down to the ring to try and come up with, tell them what to do on the fly. Basically, they end up restarting. But then it gets to where Ben says, as he gets in the ring, because he's been sat down for 3 hours producing a show, and he's old. He breaks both his fucking quads, snap off his body. So then he's just sat like a weirdo, screaming at everybody. But then, do you know what made it even worse, Ben? Do you know why they reckon it took him so long to rehab? Because he refused to leave on a stretcher, and he walked on his fucked quads back. Because he refused help. Apparently collapsed the second he got through the thing. And that fucked them up even more.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a fucking psycho. But, I can't, the way their bodies just, you couldn't have, if they were trying to do that on purpose, it'd be impossible to land that. See, it was mad how it happened.
It was.
They just hit the floor, oh God, down he comes, Vinnie Mac. See, he's another one, I still respect Vinnie, everyone wants to paint him as a monster, but look, if you're shocked that your billionaires haven't got some bird that they
shag on the side.
She's on staff strictly for sexual reasons, you're insane. Of course they have. I'd be fucking suspicious if they didn't.
It's one of them things you do as a billionaire.
You know. Well,
should we?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Is it R.I.P.D. to Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, and Ozzy.
And Ozzy. Of course, and thank you very much for listening.
Yeah.
I'm in Ben. Sorry, Ben tonight. It's nothing special. I'm in Ben. Thank you for listening.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening.
I've been Gaz. What you gonna do?